If development planning is such a great idea and has potential to be so valuable, why don't more people do it? Research suggests that if you're in a leadership role, without solid feedback, your chances of knowing whether or not you're doing a good job are about 50-50. Another way of putting this is, you may not know what you don't know. What's more, there may not be much support for helping you to discover how you're doing. Without feedback and direction, it's a challenge to find out where you can improve, which means you'll very likely be prevented from engaging in developmental learning. Here are some common barriers to professional development. Given that there are so many barriers, why suggest a development planning process? Here's a thought from a former student who took the course, a VP responsible for credit analysis at a major bank. It also raises the question, why create a plan at all? What is the value of having a development plan?
I think it'd be true to say that the moment you finish writing it, it's kind of no longer valid in the sense that it was a good starting point, give you a foundation, but then it's constantly evolving, just like your business world around you. And that's a good thing. But where it was particularly useful is verbalizing a lot of thoughts that I've had about my career, about who I was, but without really integrating them into something coherent. And what I'm trying to say is that I never really had a plan that was kind of, this is phase 1, 2, 3, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm heading. There was a lot of just disjointed thoughts, and what the process helped me to kind of weave it all together in some sort of a direction. It may not be a 10 to 20 year plan, but it was 2 to 3 year plan, and that helped me get closer to where I want to be, much better than all the other kind of my random thoughts that I had.
Phew! I was holding my breath waiting to hear how he'd finish the sentence. This quote confirms what we've heard from many of our students when we followed up with them through a research study. The planning process itself is a key ingredient to taking ownership of your career and being intentional about how to drive your own development.